Hey everybody, welcome to our first episode of Shut Up and Lift. So basically this is all about lifters and competitions and all of that stuff. So we have obviously my wife, which everybody knows, Lindsay, and Jennifer Broome. So we're gonna just go over your first meet, and how many meets does this make for you? 5. All right, so I've got a list of questions, so let's do this. All right, so what got you into powerlifting?
Basically, if you don't know, I have a very, very jacked up shoulder, missing part of the socket. So we originally started off competition with Muay Thai and fighting, and then we switched into kettlebell sport, and obviously I can't lift anything overhead anymore. So one of our favorite lifters in kettlebell, Judy, who I think is pretty awesome, she did a lot of powerlifting and kettlebell at the same time. And we've also known Scott Shetler for years. He was our first kettlebell coach, and he trains a lot of powerlifters, and he's kind of familiar with the specifics to my shoulder and the injury on it, or permanent injury, whatever you want to call it. So he helped program in a way that's safe for my shoulder, and that's kind of how we switched over into powerlifting.
Cool. How'd you get into powerlifting?
Well, I've been a runner for 18 years now, and I've gone between lifting on and off and just doing what I can. And about 3.5 years ago, I took a job that requires me to travel a lot, and I noticed that my fitness didn't necessarily suffer, but I was kind of flailing, and I needed a little bit more direction. So when Lindsay announced that she was doing a competition in August, I decided to give it a try and see if I could get myself a little more focused again with just a day-to-day routine, and also staying focused when I'm on the road traveling for work, and it definitely helped.
Cool. Very cool. All right, so I actually skipped over a question. Right after your name was supposed to be, what's your weight class?
Oh, I do 52 kilo, 114 pound weight class.
Tested or untested?
Tested.
Weight class?
I don't know my kilos. You know, my weight class in pounds is 165, and I am tested as well.
Sweet. And we almost thought you were gonna get tested.
Yes.
At this meet. What happened?
So when we went into the rules meeting, they called up 4 people, 2 guys, 2 girls. We had to fill out a tested waiver. And then after the competition, they pulled one of each person from each gender to get tested, and they selected the other girl instead of me. But yes, I almost had to take a drug test.
Little pee in a cup action. All right, so you guys are coming off of the 365 Eastern Regionals. That was August 12th, which was a whopping 1 week ago. So 1 week ago from Saturday, I have a question at the end that we'll get to as far as taking time off. So I just want to go through basically all of your lift attempts and talk about how you guys felt going into it. So we're gonna go over, I'll go over this at the end too. Your previous total was how much?
555.
555, and this was your first meet, so you didn't have a previous meet total, but we tested you here in the gym. So what was your total from your test at the beginning of your cycle?
555? 565.
Yeah, that looks right. Yeah, 565.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so going back to your first attempts, so your first attempt coming out on squat, and what we're gonna do with this video is I'm actually gonna splice in your actual lifts, and then we'll just have the voiceover. So everybody at home, you won't see us for a split second, you'll see the lifts. So your first squat was 205.
Yep.
How'd you feel going into that?
Fine.
Fine? Yeah. How did the squat feel?
Felt fine.
Yeah? All right. Well, 205, simple as, right? Something you've done in the gym
Many, many times.
consistently many times. Your opener was also 205.
Yeah.
Same. How'd you feel?
It was a little bit of of a shock for me. First of all, the lift was set, I think, one setting too high. So when the bars came down, I stumbled.
Oh, yeah,
and then I completely forgot about the coach that was supposed to tell me what to do, or the judge
commands?
that was telling me what to do. Yeah, I completely forgot the commands. So I almost completely screwed it up. But the lift itself was fine.
The lift was good. You just put it on the rack too fast before they told you to. Yeah. At which she's done at.
I always do it on bench.
On bench at how many? 2, 3 meets, 4 meets?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Right. So yeah, so both lifts went good. So nobody's bombing out. So second attempt was 220. How'd that feel?
It was good. The right amount of struggle, I guess, to finally hit it in a damn competition.
Right.
Finally.
So you've struggled on 220 at competition. You've done it how many times in the gym?
Like 3 or 4 or 5 times.
Right. But at competition, it gets just a little.
I just get kind of mental on squats and competition. I don't know what it is. If it's just nerves or too much pressure on myself or whatever. For some reason, I have only gone, since my first competition on squats, I've only hit 1 out of 3 in 3 competitions.
Shit happens.
Yep, so finally I went 2 for 3 on squats, which is pretty good.
It's good. So 220 was a meet PR.
Meet PR, not gym PR.
Not a gym PR, meet PR for squats.
Yep.
So your second attempt was 215. How'd that feel?
Easy.
Yeah. How did it feel compared to the first attempt?
Still pretty easy. I mean, I had figured out the monolift. They reset it for me, and then I made sure to wait for the commands.
Gotcha.
So better overall. I think I was kind of shaky,
Gotcha.
but the second one I felt like I settled in a little bit. I calmed down.
Good. So third attempt on squat, you were going for an actual PR, 225.
It would have tied lifetime PR.
Tied lifetime. So you've hit 225 in the gym, but we've never even attempted it at a meet. So how'd that one go?
I got stuck. I got stuck and put back down. What are you gonna do?
Shit happens, but you went for it, right?
Yeah, I got about halfway up and then just couldn't.
I'd say at least. You were like 2/3 of the way up.
Yeah.
Got
stuck.
Just a little bit more. So third attempt, you were at 225 as well.
Yeah.
But you made it.
Yeah.
She didn't. So how'd number 3 feel?
It felt good.
Yeah?
It felt really good. Yeah.
Good. All right, so squats done, and there were 3 flights, and each flight had at least.
It was like 12 to 13 people per flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first flight was all women, which is pretty cool.
So then flight B had to go through, and then flight C had to go through. So you guys had plenty of time.
A couple hours.
Yeah, a couple hours went by before you guys had to bench. So onto your benches, how'd you feel going into that? I think you guys warmed up a little bit early, too fast.
Not on bench.
We were okay on bench.
Yeah,
No?
yeah, it was deadlift.
Oh,
that
it's
we got
deadlift.
fucked
That's
up on.
right. Yeah, we'll get to that. So your opener was 90, which was ridiculously easy.
Yeah.
So we did 90 because this meet was in kilos, and we had to do the kilo conversion. And her coach, Scott Shetler, didn't want me to put her openers or any of her attempts over based on the kilo conversion. So your opener was supposed to be 95, but the kilo conversion, the next one up, was like 96 or 97. So we kept your opener at 90, which was easy, right?
Yeah, and also, I mean, side note, Jen and I only went into the meet knowing our openers. We did not know our second and third attempts.
That's right.
Normally in the previous competitions, I know what all 3 attempts are, and I think I could just get mentally tweaked out on them. So we tried going in blind on the second and third, and I think we both did really well with it.
So I was the only person that knew all 3 attempts for both of you.
Yeah, I mean, I knew all of Jen's, but
Right, yeah, so
I didn't know any of mine, and Jen
you're,
didn't know mine either.
You're Jen's coach, so you gave me all of her numbers, and your coach, Scott, gave me all yours.
Yep.
So I knew all of yours, and I gave both of your numbers to the judges after each lift. So
Yep.
you guys didn't know anything except for your openers.
Right.
Which I agree worked out very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I told
Yeah,
them.
because if I knew, like, when we get to deadlift, if I knew what the third attempt was, I probably would have been a whole lot more nervous instead of just going in and
I would have been that way with the bench if I'd known what my bench was.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have done it.
Yeah. So you guys out there that are lifters, this is the equivalent of your coach or your lifting partner in the gym just racking up weight on the bar, and you blindly just get on the bench and just move the fucking weight. There's no warning, so you don't know what it is. And the best part is also because it's kilos, and the plates are condensed metal plates. You can't even look at the bar and guess what it is. You can't even figure it out.
Yeah.
So it really was a good thing. So your opener was 125. Again,
Easy.
crazy easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So both of you got on the bench and just slammed it out. So simple. On to second attempts. So your second attempt was 105,
Yep.
which you do consistently in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So how'd 105 feel?
It's fine.
Yeah, fine, perfectly fine. It was a good lift, nice and strong. So yours was 140, second attempt. How'd that feel?
Easy.
Easy?
So easy.
Yeah, still super easy for both of you. So your benches are coming along, which is great. So third attempt was 110.
Yes.
Meet PR, gym PR,
Both.
both.
Yeah, so lifetime.
So lifetime PR. So you've never hit 110 before.
Nope. So poverty, I know, but bench is what it is when you have bad shoulders.
Right.
So
Hey, 110,
it was
it's good.
Still, it was still easy though. I mean, I got done with the 105 and told you I had probably at least 10 more in the tank.
And I think it was, by the kilo conversion, I think it was actually 110.5 or
Yeah.
some point something.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And you weighed in at what weight?
112.
112. So basically, we're like
I'm counting it as body weight.
close. It's off by 1 pound.
Counting it.
But we can say body weight.
I weighed in fully clothed too.
I was going to say, if you weighed in underwear and sports bra,
I-
shoulder probably would have been
Tank top.
good.
You
So,
so you may have
counting
been
it.
like 111 and a half.
Counting it.
It was within 1 pound.
Counting it.
All right. So your third attempt was 150. And
Yeah.
again, like we said, you didn't know what was on the bar.
No.
And that's how big of a PR?
Huge.
Huge.
It's
15.
huge. It's 15 pounds.
15-pound PR.
Yeah.
And to not know the weight,
No.
just get on the bench, get under the bar, and just push it.
Yeah.
How did it feel?
Amazing.
Yeah?
I was surprised when I got off the bench and you told me what the weight was, and I may have cried a little bit.
It's okay. It's a good thing. So on to deadlift. So you guys, what happened with the deadlift in the warm up?
Okay, so there were some other lifters who started warming up, and I thought it was kind of early, but I was like, eh. And I actually had gone up to the scorekeeper's table and asked them what flight they were on, if they were on second or third. I knew that we didn't need all of that time to warm up, and I was a little concerned that we would be warming up early, so I did double check with the scorekeeper's table, and they told me that they were on their third flight.
Third attempt.
Third attempt.
Yeah.
They were only on their second, so we warmed up a little bit too early. And I mean, I
And a
don't
little
think,
too fast, too.
yeah,
'cause we
really
thought
fast
were
because we
late.
thought we had to
Yeah.
rush into it, which is not the case. And I don't think it really affected us too much. Jen did warm up too early, so I had her hit another set real light at 135 just to keep warm. And I think that we still did okay, even though we all warmed up really early.
Yeah, all the
Everyone.
girls. Yeah.
And the woman who told me it was their second attempts actually did come back and apologize. So
Again, shit happens at meets, and you got to just adapt and keep rolling, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So first attempt on deadlift, coming out at 245,
Yep.
which you do pretty consistently.
Yep.
So how'd that feel?
Like 245.
Like 245.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's a PR from 2 meets ago. and I hit it for a few singles 2 weeks before the meet, I think, and it's pretty routine at this point.
Yeah, not a problem, right? So you came out at 225,
Yep, which was my previous PR.
which was your previous PR. How'd it feel?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, lifts look good from both of you guys. So that looked good. So second attempt deadlift, 265.
Uh-huh.
So that's PR, right?
5 pound.
5 pound PR. We went for that on your second attempt.
Yep.
How'd that feel?
I mean, it felt fine. You know, if you know much about powerlifting programming and meets, your first attempt is always something to get you on the board. Just so if you missed your second and third attempts, you at least get your number on the board for the next lift, and so you can try to get a total. Your second attempt is usually a 5 pound PR, and it should not, I mean, you know, it might be like a 7 to 8 RPE, perceived max, or
Rate of perceived exertion.
yeah, something, yep, exactly. And it was probably around like a 7.5 to an 8 to me.
Yeah.
And it was, yeah, it's a 5 pound PR. So then if you make it, you kind of go balls out for your third, or if you miss it, you get to retry it on your third. So that's kind of how your numbering works
Right.
for meets.
Yeah, looked good. So your second attempt was 245. And of course, not knowing what's on the bar. How'd that feel?
Yeah, it felt good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, both good looking lifts, super strong. So third attempt, no clue what's on the bar, and I almost gave you 280, but I gave you 275. I thought that your second attempt was a little bit of a struggle, so I wanted you to get that. You wanted 275 really bad at this meet, so that's what I gave you. And I won't lie, like when you guys see the video and you see the video, it looks great. The video looks great. But I'm telling you, in person, she grabbed the bar and started the lift, and it was not moving at all. I swear. And then all of a sudden, it's like, boom, the bar goes up. So when I was taking the video, in my mind, I was like, oh my God, she's not gonna make it. And we'll talk about your points game because you actually had some competition at this meet.
Yeah.
But how did 275 feel?
I mean, it felt like a third attempt. I mean, did I maybe have that 280 in me? Yeah. But also, our ammonia died. So all of these lifts
that's
were
right.
basically straight up. The amount of ammonia that was in the container was negligible until Doug decided to stick it on both of our mouths. That will definitely wake you up. But basically the amount of ammonia that we had didn't really help at all. So,
Yeah, so
all of our lifts at this meet were straight out. We had no extra.
So I had them
anything.
literally just ramming their noses into the ammonia bottle.
And it was.
And you ended up with ammonia like on your mouth
Yep.
from the edge
Yep.
of the bottle.
Yep, Jen did
And-
too, and
yeah,
had to spit it out.
So what does ammonia, lifting ammonia, taste like?
Salt.
It's really bad salt. It's like sour, bitter salt.
That's
Is-
And like
disgusting.
sea salt too, because it's big chunks of it. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
small crystals.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I mean, like it didn't taste how you think it does based on the smell, but it was just like
Gross.
Still
it
wasn't
tingled.
pleasant.
Gross.
It tingled.
Yeah.
Yeah. So third attempt, 255. So big PR.
Yeah.
So your original PR was 225. So you're going up to 255 as a 30-pound PR. How'd it feel?
Hard. It was heavy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you have a little bit of back issues
Yeah.
previous to all of this.
And I fell before the meet,
Oh yeah, that's right.
right on my tailbone. I slipped and just went straight down. So I'm pretty sure I bruised my tailbone literally walking out of the hotel to drive to the meet.
So we were in Fayetteville, and Fayetteville is insanely hot. Fayetteville, North Carolina is insanely hot, massive humidity, And the hotel we stayed at was right down the street from the meet, and they had recently painted their sidewalks. And when you come out at 8 o'clock in the morning, just the humidity and the dew point, the sidewalk is soaking wet, even though I don't think it had rained. And when I walked outside, we went out the back of the hotel, and you went out the front of the hotel. When I went out the back, I had my backpack on, and the first step I took on that sidewalk, I was like, holy shit, that is slick.
Yep.
And unfortunately, you thought the same exact thing, but you also
But I thought it as I was going down.
Right. So, feet out from under you, ass to the sidewalk.
Yes.
So you actually going in the entire day basically had a bruised ass.
Yeah.
Sweet. So, 255 is still a PR though.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take it. But that's probably the only lift where I did feel my tailbone. Like, I felt it for sure. So I think that's why it was a struggle.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it wasn't heavy, but I think I might have a different opinion on it had I not busted my ass.
But you felt your tailbone and not your back.
Correct. Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
training has gone good as far as
Oh, yeah.
keeping your back healthy,
Yep.
which is good. So,
Switching to sumo helped too.
Yeah.
yeah, you-
Sumo is
100%.
not cheating.
sumo is not cheating.
It is not cheating.
So,
And
your
you don't have to eat butt to pull sumo.
No, you don't. So your new total is 605,
Yep.
which is a 50-pound increase.
Yes.
That's big.
Well, I finally, like I said, I finally didn't dick all of my squats. And I also figured out how to bench. So finally, it's taken me a year and a half to figure all of that out.
Right? So your new total 630, which was 555,
565.
565, so up 65 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's solid. But it's your first meet, right? Yeah. So most people on their first meet. I mean, you went into your first meet and PR'd everything by like
stupid
just
amount.
huge amounts. Yeah,
Yeah.
like 10, 15, 30 pounds
Yeah,
each
plus
lift.
I had only been training for that one for like 6 weeks.
Right.
So, and I'm not supposed to bench, and I did anyway. Oops. So bench was just a completely new game for me on that one.
So numbers game, you actually had competition in
Yes.
your weight class.
I did.
You did. And so what with squats, at the end of squats, she was ahead of you by
10 pounds.
10 pounds.
Mhm.
And then the end of bench, she was ahead of you by,
I think she beat me on bench by like 15 pounds, so she was ahead of me by like 35 pounds.
35 pounds after squat and bench.
Yep.
And then came deadlift. So your coaches told me, Scott says, the meet doesn't begin until the bar hits the floor.
Yes.
Meaning it always comes down to deadlift.
Yep.
And you crushed it.
Yeah, I only had one meet where I didn't hit all 3 deadlifts, and that was my second meet. My second meet was really terrible. It was just really cold in that place.
Yeah, it was cold
Pretty
as
much
hell.
ever since then, you can just load a bar to meet and I'll pull it. I don't know what it is. I love deadlifts. I have a really strong pull, and it just
Now,
does.
did you have competition in your weight class?
Well,
Or
I
did you,
did,
but was it
but
tested,
she
untested?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she was untested and I was tested.
Okay, so basically it's still separated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your first meet, no competition in your weight class. So it's an automatic first place.
Woohoo!
Don't worry, it's taken me 5 meets to get competition. So
Yeah, so Lindsay being 115 weight class, 114 weight class, she normally doesn't have any competition in her
No.
weight class. Your weight class is pretty stacked.
Yeah.
So now you've both got invitations to nationals.
Yep.
So we're talking 365 Powerlifting Federation, which is kind of local to the southeast, North Carolina. But so nationals is the next meet. When is that?
October 28th and 29th. It's split into 2 days.
We'll lift
so
on
we'll lift
Saturday.
on Saturday,
Yeah.
and then all of the crazy big guys will lift on Sunday.
Gotcha.
I think it's all women on Saturday and then like the lighter guys on
yeah,
Saturday.
yeah. So Van might be in on Saturday too.
Okay. So we should have, hopefully, we will have 3 lifters.
We will have 3 lifters.
Well, we do have 3 lifters, right? Van got the invitation too.
Yep.
So you're going, Van is going, and we might, well, that's national, so even if we've recruited a couple more people here in the gym, they won't be going. And nationals is invitation only.
Yep.
You have to either have a record in one of your lifts, which I think you have, or you're top 5 or ranked.
You're ranked for bench.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you're
I
ranked
think
for you're
I
ranked for
think
bench.
You knocked a few people off for total.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
So that's how you got your invite to nationals.
Yep.
Is you got ranked for bench.
yeah, I think there's like 6 or 7 lifters, and you're like 3rd up the list
For bench.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Take it.
Nice.
Nice.
Right?
Yep.
So this is the week after competition. How much did you guys take any time off?
Just a little
The
bit.
weekend, I guess.
We didn't touch a barbell until Wednesday.
Yeah.
So Monday, Tuesday was just kind of moving around, getting the cobwebs out, staying loose. This is the first meet where I haven't felt the need to take an entire week off. Normally I take a full week off. The last few meets were driving back and forth from Atlanta, so I know that's part of it, is just sitting
it's
in
about a
Atlanta traffic.
4.5, 5 hour drive for
If
us.
traffic's good. Well, I mean, I went down in December to train with Scott, and it only took me like 3.5 hours to get down there. But I left at
no traffic.
1 in the afternoon.
Right.
I still hit
exactly.
traffic, but leaving that early, just the drive back the day after lifting was rough. So I'm pretty happy that I only took off 3 days this time.
Good. How'd you feel afterwards? Like
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday?
When I came in Monday, I hit the rower, and I didn't feel like I was tired until I hit the rower. And I was like, oh, crap.
Why is this moving so slowly?
Yeah, so I did some cardio Monday, just did some mobility work on Tuesday, which was much needed. And then squatting on Wednesday, man. I only squatted, I say only, but I only did 135, but it was heavy. And then I benched yesterday, and I'm sore from that. And deadlifts today they're rough. But yeah, definitely mixing in the mobility work obviously is gonna
Right.
help with all of that.
How'd you feel
So-
this week?
I'm the same. You wake up Monday and you're like, oh, it's not so bad. And then, but, from having competed so long through so many different sports, I knew that nothing special was going to happen this week. So I just
Yeah.
did some squats Wednesday.
Right.
I deadlifted a little bit yesterday, just trying to groove some technical tweaks. And then I'll bench a little bit today, but, it's barely like 65% of your 1 rep max for
Right.
the
But it was-
heaviest 3x3 in the
But it was
world.
kind of nice to move some lightweight too.
Yeah.
Just be like, I don't have to brace myself so hard for this, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to be completely spent after this workout, and
Right.
I don't have to eat everything in my refrigerator.
Don't need a belt, just
Yeah,
Just
it was
move it.
nice to not have any equipment this week. I
Yep.
mean, I like my equipment, but to not have to have it was a nice change. of
Yeah.
pace.
Yeah. Just walk in and kind of casually lift
Yep.
instead of being dead serious and so goal oriented.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I would talk about goals for nationals, but that's a well-kept secret because both of you have competition in your weight class, and none of you are going to watch this video and know what either of these two are going to be coming out on their openers as. Sorry. So that's it.
yeah.
Secret.
And the goal is to always PR.
Right. So if you look up either of their numbers, they're going to try and PR on their second attempts. So you can figure it out on your own. So
Good luck with that.
yeah, good luck with that. So the powerlifting team is growing. Hopefully we can recruit some more people here at the gym, and that's it. So on to the next meet. You guys have got 8 weeks to
10 weeks.
10 weeks to bust your ass and get the fucking job done and go bring home some fucking national medals, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that's it for this episode. So get off your phone, get off your ass, shut up and lift. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching.